Hey guys, welcome to Project Metal Music's YouTube channel with your host Ell and Lisaboo, and we've got our special guest Sean McKenna from Barstools and Bandtalk podcast. So welcome guys.
Thank you so much.
So Sean, could you introduce yourself and tell us what you do?
Yeah, so I'm going to have to apologize because I'm in an area here where I'm at a live show, so I'll be going back and forth trying to hear. But I'm a musician. I'm a drummer. Been playing my whole life. And 2020, everybody knows what happened. I went from playing a lot of shows to not being able to play any shows. So I was doing a little radio show locally here. And just for content, I just decided to start talking to some of my musician friends. And it really started taking off, and some people got interested because they were stuck in their houses, and they didn't like that. And we launched officially in April 28th, 2020. And just very humble beginnings. We all thought we were going to be at it for 4, maybe 5 weeks, and here we are, almost 4.5 years later, and we've gone, global. Interviewed everybody from local people to Billy Sheehan from Mr. Big, and guys from Accept and Styx, and so it's been a lot of fun.
Cool. So let's sort of like delve into some questions. First thing, Lisa, I think it was about, when was it, Lisa? It was about a month ago that you sort of like showed me an article from Canada about bands going from Canada into the US, but they're going to be needing a temporary visa, work visa?
Yeah, it was a temporary T2 visa that they'd have to apply for. And yeah, they were having to apply for it, but it was getting to be where it was taking, instead of taking a month or 2 months, it was taking like 5 months, 6 months to get. And it's expensive too. It's like $2,000 to get it. So, and to expedite it, it's like $4,000 more to do it. So, yeah.
So,
Well, I can weigh in a little bit on that, guys. I have a lot of friends that go down to the States. Actually, there's a couple of people here that I'm seeing today that are going to Australia and overseas. I did a show over Ell, your part of the world. I was in Dublin last year. To get everywhere in the world, it's fairly easy. To get to the United States, not so much. And to the point that your lovely co-host was making, it's almost like they don't want the bands to come down. And I won't go so far to say that's the case, but what's going on in music right now, right? Is that everything's hard to do. It's hard to make money. It's hard to play. It's hard to do everything. So why don't we do one more thing? We'll throw something up there and make it hard to get into a country to play. So you're 100% correct. I've been hearing as much as 8, 9, 10 months before people are able to get these visas to get in. So people are doing one or two things, right? They're either planning way out for these shows, or they're not even bothering. They're staying in Canada. They're just touring across the country, which is unfortunate, right? But that's kind of what I've been seeing.
Yeah, I've been sort of like been hearing like a few bands are sort of like not bothering to go to the US because of the with all the red tape they've got to go through. Have you been hearing that as well?
I have, because when you throw on top the fact that it's very expensive to tour, right? If you're flying, the one thing about the U.S. is different than anywhere else. Well, I shouldn't say anywhere, because when I was in Dublin, you could take a flight from Dublin to Liverpool, England for $50 return on Ryanair, and it was extremely inexpensive. But the United States, flights are very, very inexpensive, but the traveling, securing buses, gas, those types of things, very, very difficult. And so people are just, they're looking at the numbers and they're going, is this an undertaking we want to take on? Are we going to be able to make money? I mean, everybody wants to play, but it's a business too, right? And that's the one thing that people that aren't in the business don't understand. You got to make it as a business decision. It's not just fun, right? So I am hearing a lot of Canadians just saying, you know what, we're going to stay up here. We're going to tour. You can be in Ontario and spend 10 weeks touring Ontario, right? And they're choosing to do that. So yeah.
Now, you've been like a musician yourself, being a drummer. Would you sort of like be willing to tour again after the COVID, after everything's been sort of like covered up? How can I say this? Basically, everything has been opened up. Would you tour again with being a drummer?
Yeah, I mean, I did. I pretty much played right up until everything shut down in mid-March here. As a matter of fact, I was supposed to play a show about 5 hours away from where I live, and we were hopeful that it was going to happen, and it got canceled. As soon as everything opened up, I went immediately back out and started playing again. Now, lo and behold, I did one show and ended up getting COVID. And, I didn't have any symptoms. I wasn't sick. But, the regulations here were you had to basically isolate for 14 days. You couldn't do anything. So what I did is I practiced about 5 hours a day and really kind of got up, improved my chops. And when I went back out, I noticed a big difference. And I just started going right back at it. And I did a lot of recording stuff, which I on my show, I kept saying to people that, if you sit around and feel bad for yourself, when everything opens up, the people that are taking advantage of technology are going to be further ahead. And that's kind of, I put my money where my mouth is, and I did that. And that's kind of where I found myself when everything opened up, right? I was getting opportunities. I was playing. I had the podcasts. I was recording stuff for people. I was doing fill-in shows. And it worked great. So I would 100% tour at any time. And as a matter of fact, if there's anybody out there that needs a drummer, give me a call.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, so you've been playing pre 2020 and post 2021. How have you noticed the difference between pre 2020 to now?
Well, that's a great question because I don't know. In our neck of the woods, you kept using the phrase, we're in this together. And so everything was shut down and, people were quite frankly not feeling good about what was happening and very discouraged. And quite frankly, people were getting depressed. And I kept saying, I didn't want to be the pessimist, but I kept saying that I hope that, when I was hearing, when music comes back, if we're going to, never take it for granted again. And my whole thought was, I hope people keep that. And what I'm finding is they're not. They're kind of, and it's a product of, being by yourself and not being able to see other people and kind of getting a selfish aspect of things. But I find that that's what's going on. Not everybody, but I find people are a lot less tolerant of musicians sometimes and each other. And you're seeing some backstabbing and backbiting. And it's too bad because we're a business that lives and dies by networking and helping each other out. And if we don't do that, we just don't get ahead. And so I'm seeing a little bit of a stagnant spot in our business right now.
Yeah, I've noticed that. I've noticed that with like some of the venues and some of the promoters and stuff like that. It's just like where I've seen some of the promoters have taken advantage of some of the smaller bands, and it's just like it's just wrong. Have you also noticed that as well with like some of the promoters in your area?
You had Michelle on your show, and her co-writer Mark Horton, who's also our guitar player. Mark is one of the biggest promoters in our city, and he brings people from all over the world. Like, so he's bringing King Crimson here, and they're on their tour. They're coming in October, right? And I always ask Mark what the read is, and certain international acts will do well, but his company does a really good job of supporting locals, and as a result, our local scene's been doing quite well for the original artists. So I haven't seen that. I've certainly been hearing it. Now, you know, I do a lot of chats and work with people in the States. They're full on, man. Like they're firing on all cylinders down there. I talked to a buddy of mine the other night. They had almost 1,000 people in a club, and you know, and I'm going like, man, we'd be hard pressed to get 1,000 people in a club here right now. So I don't know if that answers your question, but that's kind of what I'm seeing.
Yeah. Cool. So, have you sort of like getting back to that sort of like the article that we mentioned earlier about the Canadian bands going into America? How easy is for bands to actually get into Canada now?
So it's interesting, right? Canadians we're known as nice people. We're known as people that don't pick fights. We're known as people that always are peacemakers. And I find I haven't heard any U.S. bands having a hard time getting into the country. I mean, there's things like, you know, somebody doesn't tell you they have a criminal record, so they don't get across the border, things like that. But from everybody that I've talked to, now Steve Vai came up here and played, and he had some issue at the border. One of the people in his band had something wrong with their passport. He almost didn't make the show, but was able to get in. But it's not like what you're hearing with the States, where you have to, you know, apply for these permits, and it takes months and months and months to happen. So all I can say is come to Canada. We're a great place to tour, and we're especially in the summertime, not so much in the winter, but yeah, we're open for business.
Cool. I was going to say, would you sort of like come over to sort of like to the UK or to Europe to play with being a drummer?
I would do that in a heartbeat, and I'll tell you how. We went to Dublin last year, so we went there for a friend's wedding. It was a year in the making. The young lady, the couple was the husband was from Dublin, and Lily, our friend, was from Fredericton, New Brunswick, and we put it together. And I got over there, and I would say, from the second that I landed in Dublin and you left the airport, I was like, I would stay here and play, because very vibrant. You know, everything from huge clubs to little pubs. And you know, I said to everybody that I was with, I so get why people love touring over there, because the people are fantastic, the vibe's fantastic. And I'm a guy with a ton of food allergies, and that didn't affect me at all. So I would go over there in a heartbeat.
Yeah, cool. Which country would you sort of like be on your bucket list to play?
Oh, great question. So I didn't get a chance. We almost went to the UK, and then we just didn't get a chance to do it. But the UK for sure. I would go back to Ireland, Germany, France. I'm a bit of a geeky World War II historian buff, and I love that whole thing. And I mean, I grew up on bands like Iron Maiden and Def Leppard. So, you know, just hearing about, you know, the Odeon and all those clubs in London, and and Australia be another one. But over in Europe, yeah, those would be my big ones for sure.
Cool. So, what I know Lisaboo will ask this, but she's asked this a couple of times. Out of all the songs that you've played, which song is your favourite to play?
Oh, great question. So I mean, there's some different eras for me, right? Like I've been parts of bands that, you know, I've done a lot of original tunes, and I love putting songs together and writing songs and coming up with parts. So I mean, anything that I've had to create my own parts would be, you know, top of that list. I won't bore everybody with all that, but I say I grew up when I was in high school. If you could play Iron Maiden, you were considered a god. And so two of the songs that I worked really hard to put together when I was in high school were Where Eagles Dare off of Peace of Mind and Run to the Hills. And Where Eagles Dare because it's a very intricate drum pattern. and Run to the Hills because it was so athletic. And I worked my tail off to be able to get those, and those are probably to this day 2 of my favorites that I love playing. And I can still do it at my age too, if you can believe
it. Cool. What venue is your favorite place to play?
Wow. Here locally, there's a bar in our hometown. We actually say Halifax, but we're in Dartmouth, which is pretty much Halifax now. There's a bar here called Monty's that it's really the last of that cabaret, big production lights. We love playing there. It's a good stage. It's always a good crowd. So Monty's would be at the top of the list. For me personally, for shows that I've played, I mean, the Gasworks in Toronto was a great place that I got to play. Sam's in Niagara Falls. There's a bar that in Buffalo, New York that I can't remember that I played that would have been a highlight for me. But yeah, that would be it. And I've played some stadiums too. Like I've had the chance here to play Scotiabank Center in Halifax, which is about an 18,000 seat arena. And those would be ones off the top of my list.
Cool. I know you're at a live venue, and you're in between bands at the minute. I would ask just one of my normal questions that I normally ask is any advice for people who want to become a musician?
Man, you're asking some great questions because I talk about this all the time. Music, I think, sometimes doesn't get taken seriously because it looks so fun, and I think that there's a big part of why people kind of think music isn't something to take seriously is because we all look like we're having fun when we're playing, right? And people don't realize that there's if you want to get good at it, there's going to be times when your friends are going to go to parties and you're going to have to stay home and practice, or there's going to be a concert that comes to town. I tell you, Def Leppard played here in 1988 on the Hysteria tour. I had tickets. I got called to do a gig and I missed the show, and I was about 8 hours from home, and the night of the concert they ended up canceling our show, so we missed it, and I got to hear how great it was. So the first thing is the discipline is going to be one thing, but I think more than anything else, and anybody that knows me knows I live by this, is that not to care what people think. Play for yourself and worry about what you think. Consult people and take feedback from the right people. But the big part about music that is always a shame is that nobody likes you. And it's like somebody's got to like me. You know what I mean? So I just think be true to yourself and not care what people think, and that's all that matters. And if you do make it, great. If you don't, well, hey man, you've tried, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. True. Yeah. Some advice that. What is coming up on your podcast?
Oh wow! So, we got picked up by the Rock Rage Radio Network, so they're on 5,000 stations around the world. So we're doing a Thursday night, 11 p.m. Eastern. We're on there. We're on Canadian TV, and then we're on YouTube as well. I've got some great interviews coming up. Mr. Tony Levin is going to be one of those. Michael Sweet from Striper is going to be another one of those. Some local people, but I think more than anything else, I'm really going to try to, continue to support the independent artists, because it's a real tough business. I mean, anybody that's an independent artist knows that it's very, very hard to make it in this music world that we're living in. So that's kind of our focus and our dedication, is trying to help those independent artists.
Yeah. This is one of the reasons why I sort of started Project Melon Music 8 years ago, is because it all these up and coming bands do have struggles, and they're trying to get find their audience type of thing. So I try and help these independent bands out in a big way, just by saying, hey, check this band out type of thing. So it's a great.
Yeah. The one thing that perplexes me about music is, you know, it shouldn't be a competition because everybody's different. Everybody brings something to the party, and yet it is. And sometimes that leads to people kind of feeling down and having some mental health issues. And you know, I don't want to get too deep on that, but I just think that, you know, if you know people that are having some success and you can help people get exposed to the people who have success, if that makes sense, you should do it. Just as nothing more than a good human being, but as somebody that wants to see the music industry, you know, grow. Because, you know, we're in a spot right now where everything is set up for the independent artists to fail. And it's really too bad. And I mean, you would know this, though. I mean, even podcasts, I mean, the stats on podcasts are basically, most of them don't make it to the third episode, and most of them die after a month. And, you know, it's just people get discouraged. And I think you just got to do what you can and do your part to help the independent artists. And that's podcaster, that's, you know, painter, that's musician, that's whoever, right? And that's what you need to do.
Yeah, that's the thing with me. I've sort of like been discouraged before, but I sort of like thought, hang on, sort of like carry on, do it for the love of do it for the love of music, and that's what and that's goes across to like to the musicians as well. If you get discouraged, just take a step back and say, what are you sort of like doing this for? And it's just like for the love of music.
So I would say this, and I mean, certainly you and I know each other now, but I in the beginning, I sort of hunted out people that were having success, and I picked their brains, and I, you know, like a guy that I'll give a shout out to here is a guy named Michael Brandvold. And if you go and look up Michael Brandvold, if people don't know him, you know, Michael basically helped KISS create their digital footprint in the world. And Michael's the guy who, when I'm getting frustrated, I'll send him a couple notes, and he's always has those little nuggets of brilliance. And you know how it works, right? Oh, you know, pick it up, do better. Things are gonna, and everybody knows it's like people say that, but you know, don't ever know. But Michael's a guy who started from very humble, you know, beginnings, and he's built this great business. So I think you need to find people that are having success and just pick their brain and ask them what they're doing. And if they don't want to tell you, find somebody else. But because, you know, especially in podcasting, you know, it's you know, it's hard to have a successful podcast. It really is. And it's really easy to see somebody else that you think, like, I tell this joke all the time that I'll do an interview and, you know, I think I had something that was really good. Maybe 500 people look at it. And then some guy feeds raccoons on his back deck and he has like 20 million people watch the video, right? And you go like, what are you going to do? However, it's not always about those numbers. It's about engagements and other things. So I would just say, yeah, you know, I don't want to talk your ear up, but find somebody that's doing what you're doing very successfully and pick their brain. That's the best thing you can do.
Yeah, true. Yeah, it's myself and Lisa watch a couple of channels that we sort of like been watching for the last couple of years, and we sort of like learn quite a bit from there, and it's sort of like trying to apply to the channel, especially over the last 6 months or so. So yeah, it's just like trying to find like the right person to get advice from.
You know what? And here's something. And I'll give you this. And it's not even because I'm talking to you, but you did the interview with Michelle a couple weeks ago, and she's been doing a lot of media. And the interview stuck out for her because she's like, he's a really nice guy. He asked good questions, but she's done other interviews where people were kind of almost aggressive, you know, and they'll ask a question, they don't feel they're getting the answer, and they interrupt or whatever. And she was very appreciative of the fact that you listened. And so that in itself, man, is a huge thing anybody that's going to interview, because oftentimes you don't get the answer you want. You just got to get the answer you get, right? And so kudos to you, man, for and keep it up. I mean, you and I both know this thing ain't easy, but there's a reason why when you get past that first month, it continues, right? So.
Yeah, that's the thing with when I set to do the interviews. I try and come up with sort of like questions that people want, or sort of like I want to ask, and then I give time to whoever I'm interviewing, such as Michelle. I give them time to actually sit and listen to what they've got to say.
Yeah, and I mean, my biggest fear, and I always say this, the old skit on Saturday Night Live with Chris Farley interviewing Paul McCartney. It's like, you remember that time you were in the Beatles? Cool. And I always tried to I try to really make sure that when I'm asking questions, I will always say to the person I'm interviewing beforehand, look, I'm going to do what I can and not ask you the same thing you've been asked 1,000 times before. And most often I get, it was one of the best interviews I've done, because I am a fan, but I don't try to act like a fan. I try to act like the guy that's sitting across the bar having a beer with the guy and not taking myself too seriously. And what you're doing, I think, is great, because I know you've got a theme where you ask some of the same questions, and which is great because people know what they're getting into when they're going to sit down with you. So I would, great job.
Yeah, that's the thing where I try and keep it asking. I might ask the same questions, but I try to keep it informal. And then when I do ask those questions, and whatever feedback, whatever the answer is, I sort of like come up with another question off the cuff, and it's sort of like that sort of like leads into like a different avenue of like type of thing. I was just good question type of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, I think I've seen it a bunch of times, and I've actually been on podcasts with people where, and I mentioned it a couple minutes ago, you ask them a question and you interrupt because you don't like the answer. You're going to try to get the answer that you want, and it always comes across as really kind of fumbly and unprofessional. And like let's face it, you never saw Dan Rather interrupting somebody in the middle of a thing, or And if you look at those pros, there's a certain somebody has put their trust in you that you're not going to make them look bad. And I think one of the things that you can do to make somebody look bad is interrupt them and try to basically say in a weird way that I don't like what you're saying. I want you to say something different. And so for me, it's always, hey, if they're taking the time to talk to me, I'm going to be respectful, and what I get, and I just kind of leave it at that. Yeah.
That's. I've seen like a lot of interviews over the years, and you're right. You're right. There have been times where these interviewers have literally interrupted, and it's just ridiculous. It's just like so aggressive.
Yeah, and really, the boys just turned her up a notch here in the back, but it just, to me, it doesn't make for interesting conversation. I was part of an interview. I guess I'll call it a show a few years ago where it was a co-host situation. The co-host constantly did that. It was constant interruption, constant redirect. And you almost felt like you were watching like a court TV thing where, the witness was being asked a question, the lawyer didn't like where it was going, and just to me, it doesn't come across as interesting. It ends up, it doesn't make it end up being boring. It just makes it fumbly and uninteresting to me, and it shows a lack of respect, I think, for the person that you're talking to.
Yeah, true. So true. Yeah, so true. Lisa, have you got any questions?
I'm enjoying the music in the background. Wish I was there.
Yeah. So, speaking of the festival you're at, who's actually on stage? If you can tell us.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear that last question.
who you at the festival today? Can you tell us who's on the stage?
Oh yeah, sorry. So behind me is a band, a local band called Titan, who, interestingly enough, they played their last show before I even started playing drums. So this is their first time playing in 41 years. After them, there's a band called Haywire, and anybody that in Canada knows Haywire, they're a band that had tremendous success. A couple other bands tonight. Tomorrow night, there's another local band that's going to play, and then Nazareth is going to close tonight, I believe, at 9 o'clock. And it's a 3-day festival, and I'll just show your viewers. Just really, this would be Halifax Harbor. Come visit. It's right on the water. They do this show. There's an amphitheater, and they do it. This is the second year in a row, and it's just a lot of fun. And the weather's been fantastic. So that's where we're at, and that's what we're doing.
Cool. Yes, yeah. So this is sort of like going to be sort of like my sort of like last question. Any sort of like final words you want to say before we sort of like start wrapping things up in this part of the show?
Yeah, you know what? For starters, I want to thank you both for this opportunity. It's been a little frustrating, but we got it done, and I've enjoyed chatting with both of you guys. Because I'll be honest with you, I don't get to do this a lot. I'm usually the guy interviewing people, so thanks for that. The first thing that I would say is, check us out. If you go on YouTube, you'll find us Barstools and Bandtalk. Facebook is Barstools and Bandtalk. Rim Shots with Sean. We're on Instagram, all that good stuff. And I would be remiss if I didn't have an opportunity to talk about Miss Michelle Ryder, because she's writing songs with Mark Horton that are just capturing people's imaginations. The new one is sitting at somewhere close to 32,000 views now on YouTube. It's been added to, of all things, Sirius XM has been playing the song. It's called Closer to You. And, just everybody enjoy the rest of the year. 2024 is almost done, so do what you can to make it a great rest of the year, and make some goals for 2025.
Cool. Yeah. Give my love to Michelle. We'll go get her back on again to see what she's been up to.
I will. And you know what? Thanks so much, guys, for doing this. I really appreciate it. And again, my apologies for how it had to be done. But I'm honored that you guys asked me to be on your show. Yeah,
my pleasure. At some point in the future, that Sean, we've got to do this again. We've got to do this again at some point.
And you know what? Here's how we'll do it again. I'll send you guys an invite to come on my show.
Oh, cool. That would be great.
Right
on. So, Sean, thank you so much for coming on. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
You too. Thank you, Sean. If you want to bail there, Sean, we're going to be continuing on with the rest of the show.
Yeah, thank you so much. And again, I appreciate your patience, guys. I really do, because I think we got to support each other, right? And this is one way we can do it. So I really appreciate it.
Yeah, my pleasure. Our pleasure.
Right, have a great day.
You too. Enjoy the show. So that was Sean McKenna from Barstools and Bandtalk. Absolutely, go check him out, guys. They are. He does a brilliant show. So, yeah. So, what do you reckon there, Lisa? What do you reckon to Sean?
Amazing. I know I was kind of quiet, but I was just letting you do your thing. I didn't want to interrupt, and yeah, like he was saying. Yeah.
We'll go okay. Awesome. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, guys, little bit of obviously we had a special guest on, special guest host there. So a little bit of a grift. As you see in the chat there, Lisaboo has got a brilliant store over on Etsy. So, Lisa, drift away.
Oh, I don't like to grift. Yeah, I have I have an Etsy store. It's called Buddha X Studio. Um, I sell lots of different bracelets that I make with crystals, stones. I have spheres. I have towers. I have a lot of different vintage jewelry. So yeah, lots of different things for that you can take a look at.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, it's like I've looked at the store. She's got some amazing stuff there, especially with the geodes and the crystals and the jewelry, and yeah, some really cool stuff there. Really cool stuff. So, and also there's a pin comment there where I've set it with PayPal. So any sort of like donation will be greatly appreciated. It sort of like gives us, if you can anyway, donate. It sort of like gives me the chance to upgrade the equipment, get a better computer, better sound equipment, stuff like that. It's sort of like, yeah, it does help. It will help a great deal. Does help in a great deal. So, and if you are new to the show and you like what you see, consider subscribing, liking, sharing, commenting, all that good jazz. It does help the show out in a big way. It does help the channel. So, Lisa. Let's dive into some of the bands that we chose for this week's show. We've got 6 bands. One is, I hope I pronounce this right, Authorist. We have a band that we got recommended from Jim of Ratsilo from last week's podcast called At War. Then we got Nightwish, continuing our theme with Flo Jansen. Now she's into Nightwish, so going to get Lisa's take on the song that I chose. Then we're going on to Lisa's choices. We've got Cassandra's Crossing, Ad Infinitum, and Racket Dolls. So, Lisa, do you want to start off with Authorist with their song "Awakening the Dragon"?
Sure. I love the name of that song too.
Yeah.
That's a big thing for dragons, so yeah.
Yeah.
And they're from Germany, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, they are, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like this song. The sound of the typewriter at the beginning of the song was kind of super cool. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool guitar right at the beginning with the drums coming in strong. Love the deep vocals. Love the deep vocals when they came in. And the contrast of the cleaner vocals later on. Both are excellent. Love the transitions between the two. And super cool visuals in the video. Yeah, the video was super cool. The visuals throughout that. I love this softer guitar solo 3/4 of the way through. Both the lead and the bass. Excellent. Drums are great. Vocals are perfect for this song. Both the clean and the deep growly. The rhythm section. Excellent on this. I really love the lyrics on this. Another heart is beating next to mine. My manifest was given, dictated by the dark. My manifest was given by the dark. That's super cool. And it was always the eater. You were always the feast. I'm awakening the dragon. Super cool lyrics. Super cool song. The end with the wind blowing. And that was a cool touch too. So very cinematic. Very cinematic.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm the same with the video, with the visuals. It's sort of like a red and black type of thing. It's going off, and yeah, the musically they're absolutely brilliant. Like I said, like the intro, cool intro, really good intro there, strong intro. With the, especially with like the guitar kicking in virtually straight away, and it's like, and then the drums kicking in after that, and they were like really strong all the way through the song. The drums, the bass, the bass was solid as hell. Really good, solid bass. Guitars are solid throughout. I love the transitions with the guitars. I love the transition between the going sort of like fast paced type of thing to sort of like to a slower, more melodic. I would say melodic, but like more like slower paced part of the song, then going up to the to more of a faster pace type of setting. Love that. Oh, and I don't know if you noticed a small, sweet little drum solo about 2/3 of the way through, 3/4 of the way through. Brilliant little sweet little drum solo. Yeah, it was just after the quiet part. It was just like the drummer. You've got a shot of the drummer. Sort of like mood lighting. You just saw the drummer on a black background. It was just, and he just did a like cool little drum solo there. That was a really, really good touch shot. Like I said, brilliant. The vocals, brilliant. I love the going from the clean to the growl. I love it, and back again. I think it was two singers, weren't there?
I think so.
There was two singers. Yeah. Because one of the guitarists was singing as well, and there was the lead singer and the guitarist was singing. One was doing the clean, and one was doing the growl. I like that. I like that. Yeah, little touch. I like that little touch. So, yeah. So, what's your rating?
When the first time I listened to it, I gave them an 8.5. But by the time after I listened to it a few, like I normally listen to a song like 5 times. So by the time I was done, it was a 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like when I first started listening to the song, I was like about halfway through the first listen to. I was giving them an 8, but after listening to a couple more times, I was going to an 8.5. But I'm sort of I give them a 8.5, but I'm starting to sort of like go into a 9 because of basically the overall. After I listened to it a few times, I'm sort of like leaning towards the 9.
Yeah. Oh, I know. By the time I was done, it was like, well, no, I gotta. So I said 8.5 to 9, but it was like, but by the time I was done, it's a 9. So.
Yeah, really good band. Oh, and all the links to the bands are actually in the description down below. So if you want to check them out, please do. All these bands are absolutely brilliant. Yes, we do know that not every band is going to be sort of like to everybody's taste, but yeah, don't worry. Don't worry if you sort of like. We know that not everybody's not all these bands are sort of to everybody's taste. So yeah. So the next band, a band called At War, which was recommended to us by Jim from Rat Silo, a fellow Canadian band. So yeah, this like I said, the band is called At War, and their song "Order to Kill." So take it away, Lisa.
Wow, I love the start. I love the start with such awesome drums and the bass. The bass on this is so upfront with and the lead guitars there too, but you can really hear the bass on this, which I I really like. I love the fast pace of this song. Um, Vocals are awesome on this. I was headbanging all the way through. I was. And oh man, I had this song cranked, so I really
Yeah.
cranked this one. Um, Love the rhythm section on this. And just over halfway through at 2 minutes 37 seconds, awesome guitar solo. Awesome guitar solo. I love the drum section. 3/4 of the way through too. Oh my god, that was awesome too. Yeah, I'm saying awesome a lot on this, aren't I? Love this song. The guitar riffs throughout, excellent. The drums are excellent. The vocals are so perfect for this. Fast paced and awesome. It's awesome 80s metal. What can I say?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It's when Jim recommended At War because he said there was they were touring. Didn't he say they were touring with one of the big with one of the big bands?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was very happy that he recommended
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. For me, this song, I loved it. Totally loved it. Especially like the thrash. Especially like the because I'm one of my favorite genres is thrash. And yeah, it's for me the drums, fast paced, brilliant, brilliant. It reminded me of a very early Motorhead, like around about what 1979, 80, 81, somewhere around there. I think it was filthy animal on drums. Was it Taylor on drums that time? Was it Taylor on drums at that time? Correct, chat. Correct me if I'm wrong there. The drums, yeah,
Yeah.
Motorhead drummer from round about the Ace of Spades album. Let us know in the chat there. Yeah, just reminded me of the drummer. Reminded me of an early Motorhead. So yeah, love the drums on this. Love the drums. The guitars are so sweet on this. They got the guitars kind of down to a T. Down to a T. Yeah, I don't know, but the aggressiveness of the guitars. Yeah, couple that with the fast-paced drums and the bass. It was absolutely brilliant. The solos, the guitar solos were so cool, so cool, so cool. Same with the bass there, and like you said, listen, the bass was there. It was like kicking. It's like kicking butt with the drums.
Yeah.
It was so kicking butt, and the vocals were absolutely perfect for the style of music. You go like sort of like that raspy, fast. God, I can't speak to you. You can tell why I'm tired. That fast-paced styling of the vocals and the obviously with like the fast-paced of the song. So yeah, it's brilliant track, brilliant track. So yeah, so Lisa, what did you give them?
I give them a 9.5. When I first listened to it, I was a 9, but by the time I was done, I listened to it. Like I said, I listened to songs over about 5 times, so it's like 9.5. Yeah.
Yeah, for me, pretty close actually. I give him a solid 9, a solid 9. Because well, obviously for me, it's like I've got a love of thrash metal. So yeah, it was a really good band. I need to listen to it a little bit more because I know this up on YouTube. I believe there's 2 albums up on YouTube in playlists, I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
So
they're on my playlist too.
yeah, same here. So yeah, go check them out, guys. Brilliant band, brilliant songs. So yeah, like I said, I need to listen to a little bit more of them to see if the score goes up a little bit more.
Yeah.
So yeah, right. Next one. This is the song that I've been wanting you to watch. And this is the song I want you to watch. Now I've seen several versions of this. It says at different venues. This next song is recorded live at Wacken in 2013. So the next song is Nightwish and their song Ghost Love Score. So take it away.
Well, I love live performances, so to see this one live at Wacken, amazing. Oh my goodness, the drums, the keys, and the orchestra come in with an amazing start. Guitars come in and they're absolutely fabulous. Floor's vocals start and her voice is mesmerizing. Oh, her operatic voice at points and the high notes are just captivating. It's just, oh my goodness. Her soft parts are beautiful and powerful. Her voice is just so powerful. The orchestration on this is excellent. Transitions between the sections are excellent. Oh, guitar solo at 3 minutes 54 is awesome. It's amazing. Keyboard and orchestra backing shortly after this with the chorus, after that guitar solo. Oh my goodness, that was just beautiful. Violins that came in. Oh wow, I love violins on. Just wow. The drums come back in, and then Floor's vocals begin again. Oh my goodness, her vocal. What can I say? Amazing. Whole band is amazing. Lyrics and everything about this is spectacular. It's a showstopper. It's a showstopper.
Yeah. Oh, good, yeah. Yeah, like I said, I've seen several different versions of this song with Flo Jansen, and yeah, everything. Well, for me, it'd be hard for me to actually describe what I thought about this song. All I'm saying it is absolutely beautiful, amazing song, and for me, I'll say it now. It's a perfect 10.
Yeah. Yep. I agree. That's. I know it's hard to find words other than captivating, mesmerizing, beautiful, fabulous. Perfect 10.
Perfect 10. Yeah, so I've took you on a little bit of a journey, delving into the world of Flo Jansen, going from her first band After Forever, listening to some of the songs from After Forever, then going into her second band, Revamp. And then you've heard her Nightwish sort of like tenure was probably like one of the perfect song for her. So what do you think of Flo Johnson as a whole, going from like the early days of After Forever to where she is now in Nightwish?
Her voice has bloomed. It just bloomed like a flower. It's hard to describe. She has grown so much as a person as well as an artist, a vocalist. I can see the progression in her voice going from the beginnings that I listened to, that you graciously had me listen to. Beautiful. I mean, she's a beautiful person as well as an artist. And seeing her bloom as an artist as well is just fabulous. It's amazing. It's beautiful. She's a beautiful human being, and I'm so happy for her to for her career arc to still be making such beautiful music and continuing to grace us with her voice.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, of course, yeah. When I first heard of Flo Johnson back in 2006, I was like, who is this? What is this? Where has this been all my life? Where has this singer been all my life? I was just, before I saw any sort of like promotional video or photograph or whatever, I just listened to the music. And basically, it was just, I just listened to the music. I listened to the to Flo singing. I was like, oh my God, I was hooked straight away. I was literally hooked straight away. Because I listened to the cover versions of Randy Crawford, One Day I Fly Away, and Iron Maiden's The Evil That Men Do. And I was like, two completely different opposite ends of the musical spectrum, as in like one's like sort of like a love song with One Day I Fly Away, and then you've got like a hard rock, like a heavy metal type of song, and you're thinking the styling, if you know what I mean, the vocal range between that One Day I Fly Away to Evil That Men Do is just like, I was so how can one singer could go from one end to sort of like a love pop song to a heavy metal song in the space of, you know what I mean? It was just absolutely amazing. It's absolutely amazing. When I got more into it, like listening to more and more of Nightwish, I was like, oh my gosh, this singer's got like a hell of a range. Got a hell of a range. So I was like,
She's
yeah.
mesmerizing.
Oh yeah. So yeah, brilliant singer, Flo Johnson. She's one of my favorite singers of all time.
She's one of mine now.
Yeah. Easy question for you before we get into the second part of this segment. Out of all the sort of like rock and metal singers, male, female, or whatever, Who's your favourite?
That's hard. Well, she's one of my favorites now. She's up there. That's a hard one. For a female vocalist, I would say her.
Yeah.
I would say her. For a female
What
vocalist.
What about male?
I always, this is hard. Because I always enjoyed Bon Jovi, right? And Def Leppard. That's a hard one. I'd have to think about it. I'd have to really think about it. Bon Jovi's always been like up there for me. I don't know, just something about his vocals. I know you're yeah, for you it's Iron Maiden, right? It's Iron Maiden.
Yeah. For me, my ultimate all-time favourite singer, by metal singer anyway, is Bruce Dickinson. Bruce Dickinson all the way. Then before female singer, Floor Jansen. And it's like sort of like tied for, I would say, number 2, sort of like tied between Tarja Turunen and Sharon Denadell.
Yeah.
They all up there. But those are sort of like my sort of like ultimate male and female singers of all time. Obviously, Freddie Mercury is up there as well.
Yeah.
Meatloaf is up there as well, because I grew up on Meatloaf back in like late 70s, early 80s. And there's a few others there, but it's sort of like, as I've become more and more like delving into sort of like more of the rock and metal indie bands, sort of shall we say, there's a few more singers coming through, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, it's hard to pick, because I always loved Pat Benatar too, and Wilson, amazing singers. But yeah, Floor is she's in her own league.
Yeah, true. So true. She's sort of like, as a metal singer, she took the bar and raised it in a big way. She has raised it.
Yeah.
It's only like I said, it's only like a few. I would say it's like there's only like a few of the singers who can actually touch her, if you know what I mean, in like vocal range. One of them is Tarja Turunen, the former lead singer of Nightwish. Because she's got that range as well, possibly a little bit more higher than Floor. But Floor's got the stage presence as well. Christ, the woman knows how to fucking windmill on stage, but she knows how to headbang.
She was doing that in this song.
Yeah, she knows how to headbang.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
And not to miss a step.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's move on to the next to the second half of of this part of the show. The next three bands is Lisa's choices. They are Cassandra's Crossing, Ad Infinitum, and Racket Dolls. So I'll start off because this is Lisa's choices for me. There's Cassandra's Crossing and their song Stranger. I like this. I do like this. I do like this song. For me, it's the bass and the drums on this one. Because it's got like such an amazing richness to the bass and the drums and the basses. Because it really adds a lot to the song. Plus, they're also more upfront in the song, and the guitars are cool and have some really cool riffs and some really good riffs and solos, and the transitions between those riffs and solos and the rest of the band are really some really cool transitions. The vocals are well suited. They're well suited to the music. They also, I don't know if you noticed, or it could be me sort of like mishearing it a couple of times. There was also a little bass solo in the song.
Yep.
Yeah, I love that. I love also the guitar effects. About 2/3 of the way through, there was like some nice little effects on the guitar. I like that. Also, it's around about the same time. There's also a very slow part of the song, and it sort of like slowed it right down, and it became sort of like a little bit of a doom. I don't know. I could be wrong, but there's sort of like a doom element in there.
Yeah.
And then it speeds up back up to like sort of like a power metal type of thing. Yeah, power metal genre. Near the end, so that was a really cool, really good song, really good song. So, yeah, that's my take. So, Lisa, what's yours?
Well, this is from the album Garden of Earthly Delight. It's going to be coming out soon. So
Yeah,
I thought I'd throw this one in. Yeah, that reverb at the beginning was kind of cool.
yeah,
The drums and guitars at the start was awesome. Vocals on this by the female vocalists are excellent. Guitar riffs and the rhythm section really great backing. Love the transitions through this. The guitar solo, awesome. And that section halfway through was different, like you were saying, right? About with that kind of a slower, that part of it was different, and I like that. It really showcased the guitars and the drums. The vocals fit the song really well. Cassndra Carson is a great vocalist. She's the female lead vocalist, and she was from, I believe, Cassndra was the band that she was from before. Don't know if you've heard of them, but
rings a bell.
Yeah, and legendary guitarist on this was George Lynch, Dokken fame.
Yeah.
So yeah, the lyrics are very interesting on this as well. Stranger riding on the skyline, danger burning in your eyes. Stranger, here you are, invading all of our minds. Stranger is the end of time. So yeah, lyrics are cool. Me and lyrics. I love listening to the lyrics. super rhythm section and lead guitar. Excellent all around on this song, and it just added something to have George Lynch as on this as well. So yeah, he actually had his own band too called the Lynch Mob.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I remember Lynch Mob.
Yeah. So yeah. Super cool.
Yeah. It's okay. The rating, for me, like it says, it's overall, it's the all-round package of this. Cassandra's Crossing in the song. The overall package I really loved, and I give it a 9 for that reason. It was like a well-rounded package.
Yeah.
I bet solid 9.
Yeah. When I first started listening, the first time I listened to it, it was an 8.5. By the time I was done listening like 5 times, it was a 9. Yeah, it was a 9. So yeah, overall, like everything combined, and the guitar in this, man, just everything was amazing.
Oh yeah. Like you, it's like I've listened to it a good few times, and yeah, I was impressed with the overall package of the song. This is one of the reasons why I give it a solid 9. So yeah, good band. Check them out. All the links to the bands are actually down in the description. So please check them out. They are amazing bands. So the next band is now I've got to read this properly. If I don't, I'll probably mess it up. A band called Ad Infinitum, and their song From the Ashes. I'll start this one off. Well, what cool, brilliant, awesome band this is. This is a brilliant band. Brilliant. I like this band quite a bit. Now I've got like a sort of like I wouldn't say a mission, but I have watched this band a few times. Not this song, but I've watched other videos of by them a few times because they are on. Oh God, I just have the name there. Yeah, one of the record labels. I'm subscribed to one of the labels' channels. They're signed to, and I've watched them a couple of times, and they're absolutely brilliant. So yeah, this song, From the Ashes. Loved this. Loved the concept of this. Lots of flames, lots of fire. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah. So yeah, for me. Let me see. I like the way the drums and the bass were at the fore on this song. I really like that. Also, there were some keys and some orchestration in this, which I totally loved because it adds the keys and the key synths and the orchestra. In parts of it just adds that little something better to it, adds that richness to it. The guitars are solid and the solos and the riffs are excellent. There was some brilliant guitar work in there. Some brilliant guitar work. The vocalist. She reminds me of a younger version of Sharon Denadell of Within Temptation in places, especially some of the early Within Temptation, not the Enter album, EP, I should say. But the Dance and the Silent Force albums, version era, like mainly the Silent Force era. She was really cool on that. That sort of like era. So the singers reminds me of Sean McKenna of Within Temptation. Absolutely brilliant. Fits in well with the band and the music that they were playing. Now, when I watched this a good few times. I loved the ending of the video. Loved the ending. Like I said, lots of flames, lots of fire. Yay! And she, when at the end, when she stands there, and the phoenix wings come out behind her. Oh, absolutely brilliant. Loved that imagery. Loved that imagery on that. Absolutely brilliant. And like I said, Phoenix, born off the ashes. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So, Lisa, what's your take?
Well, it's from the new album.
Hello, Mr. Fly.
Oh, that's Frank. Frank, go away, Frank. See, you just had to make the presence known. Frank, go away. Here we go. Oh my God. It's from the new album out on October 11th of this year. Abyss, it is. ABYSS, Abyss. Epic start. The guitars and the drums, very strong start. Female lead vocalist is amazing. The video itself is very theatrical with the costume she is wearing and the pyrotechnics going off as the band is playing in a dark building. No, you won't have my cries from ashes into the sky. I will arise. Love the lyrics.
Yeah.
The lyrics are deep and thought-provoking. Guitars on this are excellent. Drums are excellent. Vocals are great. I love the transitions throughout. And you could hear the keyboards in the back, which was a cool touch. Guitar riffs are good throughout. I love the guitar soloette. 1 minute, 49 seconds. It was short but sweet. Yeah, and the solo at 3 minutes 21 was it was so cool because you could hear the bass really well in that one. Amazing. Me and the bass. Yeah, I love this band. On the end was so cool with her having the burning wings, phoenix wings. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Absolutely brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant track. Absolutely brilliant song. Brilliant band. So for me, rating is straight off the bat 9.5. 9.5. Totally loved it. It's the overall package, the music, the bass, drums, guitars, the vocalist, the imagery, loved it. Everything about it was just loved it, and that's why I give it the 9.5. It was just like, it was sort of like pretty much the perfect package for that song, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, the flames and everything just added to it, and the end was just so beautiful.
Yeah.
The whole thing, and I love that with the bass coming kind of more in the front.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm the same.
So,
I was totally the same at 9.5. So
yeah. I was going to give it a 9, But when I saw the ending with the singer, and she's standing there, and like basically, I will be born again from the ashes.
Yeah.
And showing the image of the phoenix wings, I was just like, that's a 9.5 straight away. No ifs, buts, and maybes.
Yeah, because I was at a 9 too the first time I watched it, because I closed my eyes. I don't look at the video or anything, but when I watched the video, it was 9.5. So yeah.
It's so with me when I write, as you can see with my phone now, I write it down on my phone. The review. I'm like that, listening, because I don't want to get I don't want to get distracted by the visuals on the first time around. Obviously, some people close their eyes, and other people just don't look at. Hello, Frank. Yeah, so behave yourself, Frank.
No.
Yeah. So oh God, Frank, why, Frank, why?
Frankly,
Behave yourself, Frank. Oh God. Oh God. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's the thing. Some people close their eyes. Some people just some other people walk around, listen to the music, not looking at the videos or anything like that. But when I saw that the ending, it was just that was the cherry on top. That was like the sort of like chef's kiss, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
So yeah, good song, really good song. So going on to the last band. So the Racket Dolls and their song, "The Enemy."
Ratchet.
So
Ratchet dolls.
Yeah, Ratchet. I must have misspelled it. Don't forget, guys, dyslexic.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, no, it's my mistake. I've misread it, and
Yeah.
you know, it's like dyslexic. So don't come at me. I'm dyslexic. Yeah. So anyway, the song "The Enemy." Now I like this one. I do like it, and it's like, to me, it's sort of like you can actually see yourself being in a car, driving down the highway, roof down, blasting this song, driving along the highway.
Yep.
Yeah, so that was as soon as the song came on, driving song, perfect driving song. So yeah, upbeat, sort of like cool driving song, upbeat, cool guitars, solos, riffs, really cool riffs, and and the two guitarists battling each other. Sort of like I wouldn't say a battle. Battle was sort of like they're playing off each other. If you know what I mean, in the video, to play off each other.
Yeah.
The drums and the bass are solid, brilliant, brilliant bass and the guitar, bass and the drums are there. The vocals are really cool, raspy in places. I don't know about you, but the guitarist, one of the guitarists, the one with the blue guitar, it's sort of like reminding me of oh God, I just had a name. Back in the 70s, guitarist, Can. Susie Quattro. She reminds me of a bit like Susie Quattro in the where she was, the way they would playing the guitar and moving about and stuff like that. It was just reminding me of a bit like Susie Quattro and Randy Rhoads in a way in the play.
Yeah.
So really cool, really cool, really cool. So what's your take?
Well, it's off the album Bring the Noise with a Z.
Yeah.
It's coming out in August here. So such a cool, old school style rock and roll song. I love it. Full of energy, very catchy. The lyrics are fun and catchy. Guitars are excellent. Vocals are great on this rhythm section.
Hello, Frank.
Yeah, oh my God. Oh, Frank. Rhythm section is really strong, Frank. Oh my goodness. Rhythm section is really strong and driving. Gotta keep looking to make sure Frank's not there. Good transition. Oh my goodness. The whole band is solid and play really great together. I keep wanting to look up to make sure Frank's not there. Yeah, crank it up and have fun. Need a song for a road trip. I'm not responsible for speeding tickets. Just a warning.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fun. Needed a fun song for this, so this is it.
Oh yeah. Oh god, yeah. It's like it's a fun song. It's overall like the band's really good, solid, fun. They know how to write a fun song. I love the battle between. Well, I wouldn't say battle, but sort of like playing the two guitarists playing off each other. I like that, and this is one of the reasons why I've given a definite solid 8.5, and I'm sort of like edging towards the 9, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. And the lead singer, guitarist, he was in an accident. I can't remember. I think it was in like December or something. I'm not positive, so pardon me for not being positive about that. But he's lucky to be alive. So yeah, bravo to him for staying the course and working through it and coming back. So yeah.
Really cool. Yeah, really cool. Really, like I said, really cool band. Really liked it.
So at first I gave them an 8, but solid 8.5. Like I said, I closed my eyes and I was like, okay, cool. And then just seeing them just having fun and stuff and just the energy and 8.5.
Yeah. So yeah, really cool bands. So guys, if you're wanting to check out some new music or new bands, please go down in the description. All the links to the bands there are there in the description. So I'm going to run to the little boys' room because I've been sucking down a lot of water lately, and I need to run to the little boys' room. So do a bit of a grid or do a few gigs if you've got any gigs. So I'll be back in a minute.
All right. Okay, guys. Thank you to the replay crew. Hi, how you doing? Please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell to all so you don't miss any content. And comment please. It really helps the channel. For all you new guys, we do reviews here, metal, rock, more in that genre. If you have a band that you're really liking, and you'd like us to do a review, just let us know. Put it in the comment section, the band and the song. And if you are a band and would like to come on and do an interview with Ell, comment your band, or get a hold of Ell on Instagram. He has his Instagram Instagram page, so you could get a hold of him there, or on we still call it Twitter, but X, Twitter. So yeah, I do have a few gigs here, but yeah, if you can, I do have a comment in the chat there. Elle has PayPal now, so if you can, please, even $1. You don't have to be a baller, just give $1. Anything helps. Get Elle, so then he can get some new equipment and stuff, and it just helps the channel. If you can, if not, that's okay too. Just like, share, subscribe, all of that jazz. So yeah, I do have a few gigs here. August 24th, Disposable Heroes and guest on the Midway Music Hall in Edmonton. September 12th is Extreme Living Color at the River Cree Resort and Casino in Enoch, Alberta. Testament and Creator are playing at the River Cree Resort and Casino on September 21st. Misery Signals is playing at the Union Hall in Edmonton, Alberta, October 19th. Evanescence, one of my favorite bands, is playing with Hailstorm at Rogers Place in Edmonton on October 20th. Bachman Turner Overdrive, another of my favorite bands, playing at Rogers Place on November 29th. And Mother is playing at Rogers Place in Edmonton on February 22nd. So yeah, guys, there is a Metallica concert coming up here on October 23rd and 25th. They're playing with Pantera and Mammoth, Wolfgang Van Halen at Commonwealth Stadium. That's on the 23rd, and then Metallica's playing with Ice Nine Kills and Five Finger Death Punch at the Commonwealth Stadium on the 25th. So that's coming up right away here. So if you have the money, I know it's an expensive, even for the nosebleed seats, it's expensive, but from what I hear, it's a really, really good concert to go to. And of course, if you're a Metallica fan, but yeah. Are you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay.
I'm back. Yeah, I know that somebody I know is actually in Canada at the minute. I believe they're in Canada. They're seeing Metallica.
Oh, cool.
Actually, so yeah, I've heard it was like they're putting on a good show. Putting on a good show.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah. From what I hear, they've been like really, really, like all the bands, the bands that are with them are giving their all too. It is a bit expensive, but for a lot of people, it's kind of a once in a lifetime kind of thing, right?
yeah.
Especially if you want to have a good seat, that is like, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money, but if you're able to go check them out, go have a listen, because I mean, we're all getting older.
Yeah.
We're all getting older, and someday, like I just heard today that Jack Russell passed away.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I heard that a couple of days ago. It was sad, like, yeah, it was sad. It was sad to hear. Yeah, some of you may know, I was just about to go to see Motorhead back in beginning of 2016. Because they were playing Newcastle City Hall in January of 2016. And I spoke to one of my nephews about going to see Motorhead, and I was going to get tickets. And I waited. This was in between Christmas and New Year, and I was like, I want to wait to around about the 27th, 28th to get tickets. And unfortunately, Lemmy died on the 28th of December. And I was gutted because I was going to get the tickets then. Now, I wished to, whatever God you want to believe in, to went to see him when years before. Years before. So I was gutted. I was gutted that I didn't get the chance to see Motorhead.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Is in life, it's about experiences. It's not about stuff. It's not so much about stuff. And some people, it's all about the stuff, right? But it's about the experiences and spending the time going on those experiences, taking that trip, going on that road trip, whatever it is. Do it, because we don't know. We don't know how much time we have. And it's those life experiences that are what we live for, and what we it's those things that bring us joy and bring us laughter and love, and enjoying the things that enjoying things and experiencing things, right? It's not about stuff. Sure, it's a concert, but it's an experience, and it's something like if you haven't seen them before and you want to, like, if you're such a fan, go see them if you can. Some people they can't, right? And but
that's the thing with me. It's like, at the time I didn't have the money. And when I did have the money, I didn't have the time. And that was back in 2015, I did have the money and the time to actually go and see him. But unfortunately, I was just about to order the tickets, when I heard on the radio that he died, that Lemmy died. I was just like, I was gutted.
Yeah.
I was gutted.
This is the thing, right? I'm so glad that I was able to see Robert Plant. Like, of course, he's still with us and everything. I would have loved to have went to Edmonton and seen him, because there was he was doing it was more of a it was I think it was on Heritage Park, and they were doing like it was more like folk music festival. It was a folk music festival, and he was I'm trying to remember who he was singing with now, but that just happened here in Edmonton. But I've seen Robert Plant. I've seen his show, and I'm so glad that I was able to go and see him. And that was in Red Deer many years ago, and I won the ticket. So it's one of those things where it's you don't know, like if they're going to be around, you know, when it comes to seeing them again. So if you can, go see your favorite artist.
Yeah.
Go experience it, you know. So,
Me personally, I've went to see seen Ozzy Osbourne live, Black Sabbath live, Slayer live, Foo Fighters, Soulfly, Cold Chamber. I've seen Iron Maiden 3 times. I've seen the Lacuna Coils 5 times. I've seen Straight Line Stitch twice, Idle War twice. I've seen a lot of Alice Cooper twice. I've seen some of the big bands live. Managed to get to see them live a few times over the years. And I would say, if you've got like a favourite musician, singer, guitarist, whatever, go see them. Like Lisa said there, go see them. If you get the chance, go see them. Because it's an experience. It's some of these bands and musicians. Sometimes it's like once in a lifetime. In some cases,
yeah,
because they might just be passing through your area just once.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
Not
to be a downer or anything.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, not to be down, but what the moral of the story is: go see. If you get the chance, go see them. Go see your favorite artist, musician. So.
That's the moral of the story.
Yeah.
Just live. Do things that make you happy and live.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah. But anyways, going into sort of like our sort of like last segment, because it's getting on for about 10:45 here in the UK. So going into the wonderful world of Feist and Lisa's journey. So, which book are you on to now, there, Lisa?
I am still on.
Rage of the Demon King.
Yeah, I'm still on this one, and I am just about to. Oh my goodness! I could have went one more page, and I would have been at chapter 13. I couldn't do anymore. Last night, I was so tired. I didn't read last night.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was only one page to go, but no, I didn't read last night. So, almost at chapter lucky number 13.
Yeah. So, what are you thinking of? What's your thoughts about the Rage of the Demon King?
Ooh, lots of action, lots of things going on. I don't want to give anything away. I'm just picking my words wisely. A lot of action, a lot of Eric's journey, Rue's journey, of course, Pug's journey. Lots of action going to be coming even more so. This one is a lot of action, a lot of stuff happening. Of course, I can't really. Well, because it's book 3 of the Serpent War, you know that's happening. So in the title itself, you know that there's a serpent war happening. So I can say that because it's in
Yeah.
the title. That kind of gives it away.
Yeah. Now, what are your thoughts with the connection between the Pantheons and the Sour?
Well, being able to read some of those, you know how I was talking about how like the prologues in these books, right? How it basically talks about some of the things that are going to happen in the books, right? And in the previous book, it was, well, let's see here. I think it was even in the first book of the Serpent War Saga. It talked about this. I always get. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's this sour.
Sour. SAAUR.
Are, yeah. So it kind of give you a little bit more information on them and how they came about being in line together with the serpent, basically the serpent in the Serpent War with the Pantathians. It kind of gave you some information about why they are together fighting. I don't think it's something that they want to do.
No, they didn't.
So yeah, you can kind of see something happening as far as that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't want to say too much.
Yeah. I give you a little something. The Pantheons and the Sour are related.
Yeah.
Like all the elves are related. They're all the same people.
Yeah.
So they are related, but they're all like, yeah. But that's the little snippet there. The little bit, they're all related.
Yeah.
So So what's your take on punk at this moment in time? In that there where you are up to at this minute, what's your take on punk?
They didn't listen to him. They didn't listen. He told them this isn't a good idea. I don't think this will go well. And now I'm not going to say.
Ego goaded into doing it.
Yeah. So, poor Pug. But
yeah.
I feel bad. I feel like oh my God. When I was reading that, it was just like, I felt it for him. It was just,
yeah.
Oh
yeah.
From book one all the way to this, it's like yeah, I don't know what to think of Macros either right now.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Have you found out about Macros and a few other people, shall we say?
Yeah, I think what you're saying is I think I know. And I guess we can't say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just about being at chapter 13 here, I think I know a bit of what you're trying to say.
I'm trying not to give too much away, but folks love interest.
Oh yeah. That's already, yeah.
It's well, you will get to know a little bit more about folks love interest.
Yeah. Well, I've found something else out about her too. So you know what I'm gonna say, but I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. All I'm saying is she's devious, just like Macross.
Yeah. Yep. And her mother.
Yeah. Yep. Oh yes. Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Yeah. Totally.
You know that the mom has been around.
You could say that. You could say that. Yeah, you could say that.
So you got to read the
Yeah.
book to find out what we're on about.
Oh yeah. Oh god, yeah. Yeah, you got to read the books because we're sort of like giving little hints away, but not giving like a full blown like 20,000 word essay type of things.
Yeah.
So yeah, we sort of like teasing a little bit, but yeah, it's like we don't want to be sort of like
Spoiling the tea.
yeah, spoiling. Yeah, it's going to get interesting. Put it this way, it's going to get really, really, really interesting.
Yeah,
from Panda.
Yep. My other water bottle.
Yeah. It's oh god, yeah. It's there are. Oh, you are going in. Oh god, book 4. Book 4. It's going to be all out. And I mean, full on all out. And it's going to be, well, put this way, the Battle of Helm's Deep, and where is it? In the Return of the King, the big, massive battle.
Oh, Helm's Deep, yeah.
The Helm's Deep, and the other one in Return of the King. Oh god, is it Isildur? Where the city sitting in the cliff? Where there was a massive battle there at the last battle before Aragorn got crown king.
Yeah. I think it was Isildur.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Book 4. Shadows that. You're talking.
I can see that it's gonna be like pretty massive, epic. Can you hold on a sec? I have to I have to plug this in. So just give me 1 second. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, let's have a great. If you can, there's a pin coming at the top of the chat there to my PayPal. If you like what you see and you want to donate to help us to get upgrade the equipment, get a new computer, video camera, new audio, stuff like that, please if you can't donate. There's also Lisaboo's Etsy store there. She does a lot of brilliant stuff over on her Etsy store at Bell X Studio. She does like a lot of brilliant stuff over there. So yeah, so sorted.
Yeah, I had it ready to plug in. I just didn't have it plugged in.
Yeah, cool. Yeah,
I
so
had it ready.
yeah, so yeah. Are you looking forward to book 4 of the Civil War saga?
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm looking forward to reading the other half of this one. Let's see here. Not quite half. I'm looking forward to reading the rest of that one and book 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's yeah. Pug in book 3.
Yeah.
All because he got goaded into doing it.
Yeah. And he knew, and that's the thing. I guess I can say her name, right?
Yeah.
Matilda. I guess.
Miranda.
Was it? What was the other one?
Gert.
Gert. I was like, why did I say Matilda? Because she tells lies.
Yeah, true. Yeah. If you well, I'll give you this. It's not much of a plot point as such. It was just like a little minor character, but it wasn't a minor character. Miranda was good, but Miranda was using a glamour to fool Rue and Eric into doing stuff.
Yeah. And that was who was her first teacher?
Teacher. So yeah. She was using it. She was using a glamour to guide Eric and Rue into Crondor to seek out sort of like Callus. But that's just like a little minor plot point, but not a major one. So yeah.
That's funny how I called her Matilda.
Yeah. Miranda, and Miranda is Puck's love interest. So yeah. So right, start wrapping things up now. It's getting on for like 11 o'clock here. So any sort of like final words on the bands that we reviewed today, Feist or talking to Sean?
It was brilliant talking to Sean, to meet him. It was amazing. It was fun to listen to some of the music too in the background. And just thank you to everybody that comes and watches this. And please share, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and to everyone on the replay crew, hi, love you. Just glad that more people are coming to watch. And like I was kind of just saying earlier, live life, experience things, but if you're gonna go and party and go to a band, go to a show, whatever, have fun. Leave your keys at home. Don't drink and drive. Please don't drink and drive. Too many people have been harmed by thinking that, they can do it. Well, no. It's not a smart thing to do. Just leave your kids at home, or get an Uber, get a taxi, stay the night at a friend's, phone a friend. Just don't drink and drive, please.
Yeah. It's not good. It's not a good look. It's a proper full dick move. It's just don't drink and drive. That's all we ask, because we want to see you here next week, enjoying the show, living life, having fun, stuff like that. So yeah, excuse me. So guys, nearly forgot. Nearly forgot. I just remembered. What's coming up on the channel? Let me just see. Now, you might have known. I was going to do an interview with Vanitas. Unfortunately, when I rearranged the interview with Vanitas for last Thursday, they weren't. This, I believe it was the singer. They weren't in the right. The sort of like they were ill at the time, and when they rearranged it for Thursday's just gone, they were in such a brain fog that they didn't realise that they were going to be working. So going to be Fantastic on the 21st now, rearranged to the 21st of August at 7:30 p.m. Then on the same day, but an hour and a half, 90 minutes later, at 9 p.m. UK time, going to be interviewing Dave Revels. Then on the 23rd, got Bob Mitchell, going to be announcing a few things, what's coming up with it, with what's happening with him. Then we've got Rick O'Neill from Twice Removed on the 24th at 7:30 p.m. And then I still haven't got word back just yet, but got plenty of time. Going to be interviewing Desert Kites, because they've got a new release coming on early September. Then in September, we've got Roy Custon. And then we've got Mark McCowan from Divine Martyr in October. And then we're still waiting on for Standing Crew and City of Circle of City. So, and I'm also working on something else as well, a couple of other interviews. So stay tuned for them. So that's what's coming up on the channel. And and hey up Reaper crew, how you doing? Hope you are right. Hope you enjoy. So like Lisa said earlier, if you're new, subscribe, like, share, comment, and all good jazz. It does help the channel in a big way. And don't forget, check out Lisaboo store, and if you can, donate to the channel via the PayPal link in the chat there and in the description. And you also find Lisaboo's Etsy store link in the description as well. So go check it out as well on the store. So, Lisaboo, until next time, guys, we'll catch you all later.